Hello, everybody, and welcome to the No Rope Break podcast. I'm your host, Donnie, and accompanying me is Chris and Goose, where we discuss and react to things going on regarding the world of professional wrestling. With the showcase of the Immortals less than a month away, there's much to discuss, so let's get right into it. For our first main topic, it will be a discussion on Randy Orton. After 2 weeks since turning heel, he has not been able to garner the heat that we can clearly tell that the creators of WWE want to have happen. He's done some pretty dastardly things, but the worst and most heinous things have been getting the bigger and bigger reactions. Will Randy be able to get the heel reaction that he and creative are looking for? And follow-up question, does that even matter once the match rolls around? Whichever one of you wants to tackle that one first.
RKO Glazer got to go first, bro. You always got to
That's
take
true.
the.
I shouldn't have even
Go ahead.
questioned it.
Go ahead, bro.
All right,
Do your
man.
thing.
Listen, this is my theory on the first question. What could Randy Orton do to become heel? He has to hurt the most omega babyface, sad person you just have the most sympathy for. You don't want him to get hurt. Randy Orton's got to F up our truth. He got to F up our truth in broad daylight. I feel like that's the only thing that can make him turn because heel Randy's fired. If I was thinking maybe Danhausen, they're gonna laugh about that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's like who else? Like who is a person that could get the most sympathy or whose sympathy matches Randy Orton's sympathy? Thank you. And that is our truth. Everybody just
I
loves our
like
truth
that.
so much.
Yeah.
I
I do
think he's
like
gonna
that.
punt our truth's head in, that bald dome, all that off. All right, bro, look like
I
plankton
mean,
now.
yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeesh.
By
I
the way,
mean, I
our
kind
truth
of.
though. I love him and I want to make a song with him if you ever see this. Jeff Hardy too. I'm putting that out there. Anyway.
I feel like, bro, if you watched the episode from 2 weeks ago, somebody said that this would happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy, it's RKO, bro. You can't. I told you he can do some heinous shit. He damn near like took Cody's life on SmackDown.
Bro took his breath away.
Literally took like just smashed his brain into the steel steps, bro. The chair.
That was a
We haven't
crazy
seen
spot.
something. Yeah, we haven't seen something like that in forever, bro. And he comes out last Friday and everybody's cheering, bro. It was even louder in there than before he did that.
Yeah.
I knew this would also happen because nobody likes Cody anymore. Nobody like sees him as a babyface. Like him getting his skull caved in, like a lot of people want to see that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It was pretty lit. Yeah.
Exactly. So like I don't know, man. I feel like this was such a predictable thing that would happen. Like same thing kind of happened with Cena, but Cena's was a little more crazy, I
hmm
feel like.
Way more
But
crazy. I just remember it's a moment that I'll remember. I'll just I was in the
exactly.
room, like you remember who it is,
Exactly.
you remember. So like
I mean, all
Exactly.
three of us were in that room like,
We
when it
were.
happened.
that
Yeah.
was the
We
time.
were.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, man. I think finally the answer to last week's question about did they pick the wrong person? I feel like they kind of did, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because now it's just everybody's gonna do the opposite of what they want them to do. People are gonna start booing Cody. People are gonna start cheering Randy, even though the roles are flipped. So hopefully that Cody heel turn comes
I know.
soon.
What if it's a double heel turn and Cody
Exactly.
goes to Randy's level?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That
hoping
would be
for.
yeah, that would be insane. That would be insane. Can
That is what I'm hoping for.
I know that well, Donnie, I want you to answer this question for me because this is something I've been thinking about. We all watch SmackDown here, right? 100%. What do you think about, on top of your question you have to answer, what do you think about Randy Orton, what he did to Matt Cardona? And what do you think about Randy Orton kind of fighting through his emotions the whole episode, where he kind of came out heel, then he was cool, came out heel again? What do you think about that angle?
Yeah. I mean, he smacked Cardona back into early 2010 Zack Ryder, bro. And yeah, that still had everyone cheering him. They were like chanting
Woo,
like
woo, woo.
yeah, what was it? They were going like one more time or something.
Yeah, bro.
That
You
was
just got put
crazy.
through the announce table.
Like, dude, imagine being like IRL Matt
Bro.
Cardona in that moment, bro. Like, you did all of this just to come back, and then you're still just like,
Yeah, bro. You
Jobber,
should bring
jobbers to the max.
bring
Yeah,
the
bring the
headband
shades
back,
back
bro.
at this point.
Yeah,
He's the men's Chelsea Green.
bro.
He's doing
Yeah,
whatever he can to be on TV. He
yeah.
doesn't care in
It's
what
terrible.
capacity.
Like, why, if they're trying to really turn him heel and they're like, oh shit, they're not doing what we thought they would do. Why'd you, nobody cares about Matt Cardona right now, bro. He's been like a jobber since he got there. He hasn't like won a match
Yeah.
yet. So
It
like,
is like
Matt
he is.
Cardona is the men's Chelsea Green. I'm gonna say that. That I agree.
I think Chelsea's a lot more over than her husband. I'm sorry.
She is,
Yeah,
but just the role though, because I saw Chelsea Green on a
yeah,
reel say that, she knows she's not at the star portion yet, but she's never declined anything. If they tell her to do anything, even if it's 2 seconds, she wants her face on TV. And I feel like
yeah,
Matt Cardona has taken that approach. And so it's not a bad thing, but that does come to the integrity of all that he built outside the WWE. And I think
yeah.
he's better than what he's being portrayed as, but also he's kind of just a basic. He don't have any kind of crazy moves. His wrestle style isn't overly believable. He's just a big dude
yeah,
that got a couple flashy moves. And that's nice, but you got to be more than that. They got to let him on the mic. I got to see something. Maybe they're not allowing.
It's
yeah.
in that tough spot where like what Chelsea was able to do is when you gave her 10 seconds, it was one of the most memorable 10 seconds. I mean, some of the matches where she's just sitting there in a wheelchair, she's getting crowd reactions while the actual match is going on. It was like what? Like I think it was like a Jade Cargo match like a month ago, and like
Mhm.
Chelsea's just on the side. All right, shut up. Chelsea Green's just on the side getting pops, from just being there. But I mean, with Randy, to answer my question, the only way that Randy is not going to get cheered is from the one thing that's not going to happen, and is that if he was doing a shitty job. But Randy cannot be a shitty heel. It's not possible. Like shitty isn't bad, but like shitty isn't him doing shitty things. Like that's peak Randy, and all of us want to see it. If you're like just getting into wrestling, you haven't seen a real heel Randy. If you're someone our age and older, this is the Randy you've been waiting years for. So there's just it is tough. It is tough. My question after this would be because we're all in unison on this. So I have a question after, but I need to answer your question as well, Chris, about their specific approach to it. One, I thought that was a really good promo from Randy. He has a unique promo style. He's not gonna like shout at you in the way that like Punk or Cena will get super like with that. Randy just has a very unique pace to it. It's very one of one.
It's
Uh,
methodical.
yeah, just like his wrestling style. Like
It
it's
is
very one on one.
like Venom, dude. Like Eddie
Yeah,
Yeah.
hearing Venom in his head.
He's a
yeah.
demon, bro. Literally a demon.
And I do like the approach they're taking with how he's treating the voices. Like he's not evil. He just does some evil things because that's what he feels he needs to do to get to the place he needs to be. I think that's pretty interesting. And it's a good starting point to where, depending on where you want to go, you can either move him in either direction after this initial mania bout. So I think that's really cool. My follow up question would be, I mean, a similar thing happened last year with Cody and Cena. It's happening again this year. And there's other examples we can talk about of WWE and what they want their superstars' roles to be versus how it's being perceived by the crowd. In this internet age, in this reality age where we know so much of what's going on, what's backstage, the people behind the characters, does how much does it even matter to have these traditional babyface heel dynamics? Like, do we need to be reacting in the way that the promotion wants us to react in order for these stories to still be compelling? You know?
I feel like it kind of does in a way because everybody always wants somebody to cheer for. And whenever somebody's like a good heel and you just like don't like them, they're just like pieces of shit, bro. It makes the storyline so much better. Like when I don't know who can I like Edge back in the day, bro. Randy back in the day, like those dudes
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
like piss people off. Like they would do some crazy shit. Just like bad dudes, right? But now it's like I don't know. I feel like it speaks more to just like WWE and the creative room just like I don't know how they're out of touch with. I feel like it's so easy to predict how the crowd is going to react these days just because their social media can literally go on forums and there's millions of people talking about like what they want and like how basically telling you how they're going to react. And then multiple times they do something, the crowd reacts the other way, and they're like, "Oh my God, like who would have thought of this?" Like, dude, half your community's on Twitter telling you like this is what exactly what they want. Like this is like obviously they're gonna cheer. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
obviously they're gonna boo. So it's
Well,
like I don't know. This is like kind of dated back all the way to when Vince was there and everything with Roman Reigns and stuff, where it's just like, dude, how can you not see this? I don't know if it's just them being stubborn and them being like, no, we're gonna do this and you're gonna like it, or if somehow, I mean, they're all some old geezers in there, so maybe they are just like out of touch. But you would think that somebody, they got some advisors or somebody that looks on social media is in their ear talking about that. But like it just more and more, it seems like they don't have that. So I think back to your question, I definitely think it still matters. Like, I mean, can a feud still be good? Yes, but I think there's a lot more of a story to tell when it's good guy versus bad guy. And I mean, I kind of want to compare this to like what Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov are doing on SmackDown. Like, if one of those guys was a bad guy and they were having this feud, like it would be so good because they're so good in the
Yeah.
ring. But they're just like the storyline just doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean? Because it's just two good guys.
They're
They're
jerking
both
each
like,
other off.
yeah, jerking each other off, trying to, oh, I'm better. Like I'm more of a good guy than you. No, I'm more of a good guy. They're just like
Yeah.
patting each other on the back. Like I just feel like if like Dragunov was heel or Carmelo Hayes was heel, like, and they had something to be having these crazy matches and beating the shit out of each other in the ring. Like they had something to do that over instead of just like, oh, you're a good guy. Like, oh, we're both just good wrestlers, just putting on a good match. Like nobody cares, bro. You know what I mean? So I think it is kind of a lost art. I think it still matters. Can you build a feud without it? Yes, but I don't think that the ceiling is as high. Damn, I just rambled for a while, but
No, that's what we're here
yeah,
for on the No Rope Break podcast, bro. Hey,
true, all true.
there's no rope break. Come on.
you're right. You're right. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I guess to answer the first thing you said about Roman, Roman was obviously so annoying, and I'm gonna say this now. I stopped watching wrestling when WWE started putting Roman Reigns in my face so obviously. But to play devil's advocate with myself and all of us watching, were they wrong? Could they have done it a different way? Maybe. But look
Yeah,
at where he is now. All that is a testament to who he is now. Everything. And he's literally the main event of WrestleMania. So it's super annoying, but we can't say Vince didn't know what the heck he was doing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, it worked. It took too long, but it worked. CM Punk didn't believe in him. He has a great story. It worked.
Right,
Um,
but I feel like he really got started getting popular when he turned heel instead of
he
being the
did well. He
big
just became
dog.
himself. He just wasn't just looking like damn
Yeah,
Scar from damn
yeah,
Lion King, bruh, with the damn green
yeah.
eyes and
They
stuff.
also they
Bro, the
gave Paul
color
Heyman with chops
contact
too.
is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually wicked, bro.
Yeah.
That's
But I
wicked.
guess back to the
Aquaman.
traditional heel kind of portion of WWE. I believe that everything is great in moderation. I love that, how WWE is capitalizing on there being middlemen like a Drew McIntyre. He just doesn't want you to like just be cool with him. He's cool with you. If you don't like him, he don't rock with you. He really don't. He's just a regular dude. And WWE for so long was heroes versus villains, SmackDown versus Raw, which I want to return. We'll talk about that maybe another kind of time. But, it was always just so black and white in that way where you always knew it had to be one good guy, one bad guy. It was never kind of anything else. But now that they're blending in the middleman where it's just he's a chill dude with regular morals. He's not overly amazing. They're like a lot of people like Killmonger from the Black Panther. He had a perfectly good reason to want to do what he wanted to do and be where he wanted to be, but he took it the wrong way just based upon his own worldview. That's how you get guys like Jacob Fatu and you get guys like Drew McIntyre. Those are amazing types of wrestlers. Even Gunther, he's bad, but he's really just being himself. Like he's not overly crazy. I mean, he said some disrespectful stuff recently, but he was in the middle for a long time. But because of social media nowadays, And whatever gets you clicks, you do it until it burns out. Whenever WWE has one good thing going for them, they freaking spam it every damn week in the same exact position because it garners views, but it makes people tired. You gotta do stuff in moderation so that we appreciate everything. That is kind of how I feel about the heel versus face. There's too much of just the middlemen. There's too much of just the good. Like mix it up. Like I want to be excited for different types of people, not the same crap. So that's my take.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely very insightful. And I mean, I it is with that middleman. I think the idea of like maybe like morally gray characters or like tweeners. I mean, that's been a thing, but maybe has been incorporated more than let's say like in the traditional like 80s, which is very much good versus evil. I guess anecdotally, like Drew McIntyre is like probably my favorite wrestler on the roster, and I mean, I'd still say like he would lean on the heel side of morality. But I guess the reason I brought the question up is because no matter what, like I can't really think of a scenario where I wouldn't root for Drew McIntyre in a match. And I mean, maybe it was always like that for people, but like for me, certain heels, like I literally like no matter what they do, like I'm not gonna boo them. And but does that affect my enjoyment of the product? And I mean, I guess my answer to that would be no. Like when Drew was talking about seeing Cody's family and his kids, show them what a real daddy looks like. Like, dude, like that was awesome. That's the moment when I knew he was gonna win the belt. Or like when I take you to hell, say hi to your dad for me. Like that to me, that was a lot better than
That's crazy.
what Punk did a month later, like bringing up
Yeah.
Roman's dad. I thought that was incorporated much more smoothly and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like I don't know. It was just, I guess, I just wanted a broader discussion on where people stand on heels, faces, and if there's any other points people want to make on that before we change topics.
Yeah, you guys kind of mentioned it a little bit before, but now it's just like it's so hard to genuinely just like dislike somebody when like you said, Drew McIntyre, like, that dude's all over Twitter just doing funny shit all the time. Like he's like hilarious, bro. Like it's hard to just be like, damn, this guy sucks. You know what I mean? Because you see him on WWE Unreal, you see their Twitter, they're on Cody Rhodes' podcast, like they're everywhere. And like kayfabe's obviously dead. There's only a few people in the entire industry that like really keep that up. And like I feel like it's tough to do. Like, I don't know how they do it. Because at that point, you just got to transform into just being an asshole all the time, even if you're like a good guy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to do it now, but it's also very easy, I think, to appreciate when somebody is a good heel, even if you like know that they're a good person in real life. Like Drew still pisses me off, but like I like Drew McIntyre as like the WWE superstar. I like it. I think he's a good person in real life.
Yeah.
But when he's on TV, he still pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it's now like that we're grown up and stuff, we're not little kids. I can draw the line between like, oh, this guy sucks on WWE, like he's a piece of shit on WWE television, but he's still like a chill guy in real life. Like I'd have a beer with Drew McIntyre, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it is kind of hard, but at the same time, if it's the right person and they're good at what they do, you'll still have appreciation for what they're doing, no matter what you see outside of WWE television, ESPN, whatever. So
Yeah, I think that's a really good closing point there. Yeah. And I mean, I quote the "you screwed me" like I say that at work. That shit is so loud.
He
shout
says
out
it
Drew
every day.
McIntyre, bro. Shout out to Drew. Hopefully he's not dead. We'll see on Friday.
But that's a pretty good feud. I think that Fatu Drew feud I think is earning its way into. I mean, I think eventually like a main topic at some point. It's pretty good.
Definitely, it is pretty lit.
They were fighting
Too
the
bad,
whole
SmackDown.
episode, bro. They
too
fought
They
for
bad
like
my
were,
boys
yeah.
my boy's definitely losing though.
yeah, he is. I think he's going to AW, man. He's
He's
leaving.
doing the
He's staying
job, bro.
gone. I
Triple
mean,
K,
damn,
bro.
like
Triple
Your
K.
favorite
It
wrestler.
doesn't even make sense in that context. Sleepy H. On that note, Mr. H himself running the show. You enjoying the show? As Mania nears, the pats and stakes for the main title bouts are well established. As it sees, it's one of our main topics, at least one of our main topics every episode. But much of the PLE's undercard so far is undercooked, either unannounced matches or matches that have not been getting that much build, or a lot of wrestlers, like we discussed last episode, where we have no direction where they're going. Does WWE have a main event problem? I'm going to answer this first because I want to expand a bit. Because, like, does WWE have a main event problem? Like, what exactly am I meaning by that? And if you guys take that in whatever direction, I think it's an open question. For me, mine is more so the main matches are what's going to bring, especially the casual audience, to the show. I understand that. I just feel that when you have certain main event programs, both on Raw and SmackDown, each of them taking up several segments, and then you add in all the recaps and filler they do, I do think that it hurts the ability to not only develop the feuds on the undercard, but develop the characters themselves on the undercard to give them the necessary opportunities they need. I do understand Mania is a high stakes environment. We know what the ticket sales are like right now. It makes sense to want to push in the forefront these big names. But I guess my logic more so is the continuing push of exclusively these big names taking up most of the uh, actual main plot screen time is how we're ending up in this position in the first place. It's like an Ouroboros of sorts, would be my, I guess, take on it. But I think there's definitely nuance, and there's only so much you can say in a short answer there. So, I mean, the floor is open.
Go ahead, Chris. You got it, bro.
You want me to do it? Bro wants
Yeah,
to
I
do
went
the main
first last
event.
time. You got it.
Uh, I think they do have a main event problem, and I mean, I think we saw that. Now, I guess we can say that might be due to the fact that a lot of wrestlers got injured at the worst possible point of the build, so they kind of had to quickly make something up out of thin air and have a semi-detailed story. In order to do that, you might have to just cut your losses right where you're at, and start all over again. Still got 10 minutes. We can always start a new one if we need to.
Let's just finish this question. I think we'll
All right.
we'll have enough time. Yeah.
Um, And so yeah, man, I mean, I think that they do in general. I think the undercard means nothing. I think as when we were children, the reason why we love so many wrestlers is because we loved the ones on the undercards too. And they felt just as important almost as the main title. They were all important. And I feel like there's some belts you care about now and there's some belts that we just don't. And I understand that there's not a whole lot of TV time to get all the premium stars in that sell the most merch. I get that. I just think the priorities are different now. Um, Back then, the priority was just having the best possible consumption by your viewers, and they just enjoy it. Nowadays, yes, it's about enjoyment, but it's about boosting those numbers so they can keep getting paid and keep their sponsorships, at a good level for them. So the priorities are different. It's not necessarily us. It's more about social media clicks and all the artificial stuff. They're doing what makes them money. Um, and yeah, I think that it's dead for that reason because they only care about kind of one thing, and when you do that, you ruin a lot for the other wrestlers.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that it is somewhat of a problem. I mean, I don't know, because I feel like I still do enjoy watching Raw and SmackDown, even when it's not just the main event.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they don't, like, they really don't care. They don't put effort into developing any stories. And maybe that's because they got a lot more advertisements now. The matches are a lot longer than they used to be back in the day. Every match now is like at least, what, 10, 15 minutes? Like, you don't see like a 5 minute match anymore, like ever, unless it's a squash match.
Squash match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but then again, like, can't use that excuse on SmackDown because SmackDown's 3 hours, which is probably they add double the advertisements during that time. There's like always a commercial playing. But yeah, I mean, again, also into the ticket sales. We know that they're having a problem with their sales, but is that problem also due to like everybody's not gonna pay $10,000 to see one match? You know what I mean? Like this is supposed to be a whole spectacle, a whole event, and we still don't know who's gonna be on the card. So while the big main events will draw people and they'll draw the people that are casuals and or not even casuals, just most people, like if I'm gonna pay $1,000, I'm not doing it just for the main event, especially if it's WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
They're not that big of a job, bro. You
I
can
think
agree.
I think numbers really got to them. Again, also the injuries was a big thing. They were really building the Vision storyline for a while. I feel like by now it would have a pretty good conclusion if the injuries didn't happen. But I think they just you gotta roll with what you got. You know what I mean? Like you're a $1 billion business. You got to figure it out. So I don't give them any excuses. I think they do need to develop the mid card better. They need to come up with actual storylines that people care about. And I think that would also probably help out their ticket sales in the long run, 100%. So
Yo, where's the green shirt guy? I've not
facts. I
They
haven't seen
seen
that
it in
priced
guy
a
in
him
a
out,
long
while.
bro.
time. Did they price out?
They priced out the
WWE
green
priced
shirt
out
guy,
the
Yeah,
bro.
that's
green shirt guy.
crazy. That's wicked,
WWE
bro.
priced out the green shirt guy. We
That's
gonna have to
crazy,
use
bro.
that on TikTok, man.
For sure.
Where is he?
For sure. But also, I
Yeah.
mean, like into ticket sales again, you gotta, there's investors now, there's people that have money in this. So, that's how the stock market works. There's a one bad earnings quarter, which is 3 months of wrestling. Everybody's selling, tank the whole stock. So obviously TKO probably has their paws in there, which sucks. But again, no excuse. You're $1 billion company. Figure it out. Pay more people, get more writers, do something. Can't just ride on two storylines when you got 5 hours of programming every week. Like, figure it out, bro.
Yeah, writers just gotta be younger, bro. They're probably all our grandparents' age.
Yeah, I mean, they all look and act like Triple H. Like literally, like all of
Yeah,
them are.
bro.
Triple H is
Old as
hiring
hell.
his buddies from the '90s, bro. Like it's
For real.
ridiculous. And I
None
mean,
of them have any idea what's happening.
we talked about it in this group chat. None of us here are ever questioning the talent of the performers themselves, of these
Yeah.
superstars.
No.
They just need to be put in positions to succeed, like anyone in any circumstances, and even just like a pro wrestling thing. Like you can't like help me help you, Trips. Come on, bro. And I also mentioned this in this group chat. If we're talking about ticket sales, especially, like it's a it's a 2 night venue now. I don't even know which night card I'm gonna like better. I don't know. Like I can't. Not everyone
Yeah.
can afford $10,000 for one ticket, much less for 2 nights. I don't even. I have no. You don't. You have no idea until a few days before who's wrestling what day. Like it's ridiculous. It's like last year. At least on paper for me, like night two was a lot more
Yeah, for sure.
enticing to me. You can imagine I bought night one like 2 months in advance, and then like, what the hell, bro? Like
Yeah.
the second to last match is like Charlotte and Tiffy. Like I'm good. Like you tell me the opening to that is Jay Uso. Oh, like I would have been hot.
Ooh, so
On that note, though, before we end this one, I'm telling you, bro. I said this in the first episode. Jay Uso's been cooking, bro. This is this is Jay,
yes.
this is Jay when
He
he's
look
actually
yes.
like
Crash out
cooking.
Jay.
He look yes.
Yo, both
When he
said it.
Crash Out Jay is back, bro.
when he doesn't
I
have to
love it.
artificially stop every 3 seconds so we can like have the crowd jerk him off. Like when
Yeah.
he's just because he's still not like an amazing promo, but when he gets intense, and you can
Yeah,
just
it
like
is.
just like it's almost like primal. It's be like, yeah, like,
It is.
I feel you, I feel you. Crash out,
Yeah.
Jay, man. Now
Facts.
will he be
Crash
able
Out
to
Jay.
back it up in the ring? I mean, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Super kick.
I
Super
think
kick.
Jay's gotta stay off that henny, bro. Like,
X, 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 X. Super kick. Super kick. Super kick.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. So we'll see. And we are back with the No Rope Break
It's literally called the
podcast
American
with
Nightmare,
our
bro. I'm tired of
next
thinking about the kids. I've been thinking about these damn
segment.
kids for a decade. Oh shit. My bad. I didn't know we were starting. I was just watching my favorite TikTokers.
Yeah, what were you
The No
watching,
Rope
bro?
No Rope Break Pod. On TikTok. Oh shit, it's not gonna work.
Your
At No
give me a
Rope Break
seizure,
Pod.
dog.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll type it in. I'll edit it in.
At No Rope Break Pod on wherever you're gonna watch your short form content.
You'll
Worth it.
see
You
us
know,
there. It's pretty good
yeah,
stuff. I've been
it's
I've been
pretty
addicted
good.
to it, so I'm the one talking. So imagine what it would do to you.
I was just watching it before we started this episode.
There you go. Good place to be.
It's a pretty good place to be. And I was just watching one of the videos that got the most traction. And, it's from our cult of personality over here, Goose. It is your time to shine. The floor is yours for our favorite segment of the week, Goose's Greens.
I want to start off by saying last week I was low-key spitting. I was wrong that Kyrie turned heel on Raw, but turned against Asuka on Raw. But she is definitely that turn is coming very soon, before Mania. It's gonna be a Mania match. Just wanted to get that out the way. And I'm still confident about Raquel. Actually, she's going to appear in another Goose's Green.
Mm,
So let's get straight into it. Goose's Greens of the week. First one. We'll start with Raquel. Her and Io Sky have a match scheduled for Raw on Monday at Madison Square Garden. And I think that Liv is going to be out there and she is going to cost Raquel another match leading into WrestleMania. This fits my agenda from the last Goose's Green. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But Liv loses to Io. Liv somehow fucks everything up again. That's number one. Number two, another Raw prediction because SmackDown kind of sucks. But
I'm
the
always Team
Usos,
SmackDown. It's always Team SmackDown forever. Don't do that. The blue brand. We always with the
yeah,
blue brand.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona is really doing a good job over there. Anyways, the Usos will be losing their tag team championships on Raw to the Vision on Monday. Not much to be said there.
Thank
Jay
God.
said during his promo, Jimmy was trying to calm him down. He's like, "We got to worry about the tag team champions." He said, "Fuck the tag team championships." So, I think they lose it to the Vision. It's a street fight too, so it kind of plays into the Vision's strengths. And dare I say, the dogs may be barking
Woo, woo, woo.
on Monday Night Raw.
There
Oh,
we
my
If you
go.
know,
Femi
you
is
know.
returning. No, I'm kidding. I understand.
There
If you know, you know.
we go.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Those are my two for this week. Coming off a strong week. I think I'm about to go 2 for 2.
I
I
like
I
it.
still got a few hanging in there, some long-term ones. I'm liking my odds though. Definitely better than last week. The morale is back up. I'm not getting canceled. The segment lives on.
There we go. That's exactly what I want to hear. A Raquel loss to Io Sky via Liv Morgan involvement, whether inadvertent or not, is
Yep.
the other one, and the other one is that Mister beefing with Tom Brady himself plus Austin the Pressure Theory will take.
Pressure.
He is the pressure. Will take the belts off of the Usos. I like it. Because Lord knows the Usos ain't doing shit with those belts.
No, they are not. And I think they've buried the vision enough. They got to get some sort of traction. They can't just become all-time jobbers after being like potentially the greatest faction in the WWE
Yeah,
2 months
being
ago.
the opening, middle, and closing segment
Being
of Raw for
the
months.
entirety of Monday Night Raw.
Drew
So
McIntyre and Fatu.
streets have been saying that the dogs might be barking in the next few weeks. I thought I heard some barks earlier. They're a little faint, but I don't know. We'll see.
The only thing I hear is you stepping on my toes for my first rapid fire question. With the recent Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman segment, where somehow he got a restraining order without Seth knowing that he I mean, it's wrestling logic.
Paul Heyman's a sketchy guy, bro.
And Paul Heyman, oh yeah, I mean, hey, don't ask him, don't ask us ECW wrestlers if he ever paid them what they owed him.
We could, yeah, we
Don't
could
ask
have a
about it.
whole
Don't
episode
ask
dedicated
about
to
it.
that man. He's an interesting figure.
He's the
Yeah, he
Penguin.
is. Yeah, he is. He is the Penguin. With their most recent interaction, do you think that means that Mr. Braun Breaker is going to be up and ready for Mania, and the rumored Seth versus Braun Mania match will become a reality? I say yes.
I see.
Please, God.
I
Please, God.
would have to agree. Said the dogs are barking. Heard the
Need
streets
that.
were calling for it. So
Need that.
yeah, I think it happens. I don't know when, but my theory for um potential LA Knight Seth Rollins tag team to fight the Vision. I think that's cooked now because Seth Rollins is incarcerated.
Mm, mm.
So
He's no different than
hopefully,
Foxy.
Sleepy H, aka the Masked Man Lover, aka Triple K, probably gonna bring a hooded figure out. I think Braun Breaker is going to be that guy. Where better would to do it than Madison Square Garden 3 weeks before WrestleMania? So hopefully he's all right because that would low key save half of Raw.
That's
So
true.
That would help a lot.
hopefully he's
That
back.
would help a lot. And if they do that, they better unmask him right away because Braun Breaker is such a freaking thick ass build, bro. Like, obviously that's
Yeah,
Huge,
no,
who,
for
bro.
sure.
like it's
He's a
not like
freaking
Seth who has a
meatball.
No
build
way
like
they
could be
have.
anyone.
No way they do that, bro. I think he's just gonna like super spear somebody and then
But hit the
yeah, like they've been doing for the past year.
Braun
yeah.
can't win though. I feel like he can't win. I feel like if Seth loses, Seth like looks stupid.
I
Like
feel like
you
he
have all
has to
this,
win.
you have such an elaborate plan to get back in the division, and then you just get dogged. I feel like it's like
I feel like
Dr.
he
People's
has to
first
win
level.
though. Because if he beats him, then the story's dead. Like that's it. And they were hurt for what the entire story was supposed to be. I feel like he has to.
Then I feel like he
Braun wins
loses
at
clean.
Mania and then loses at SummerSlam. I think that's got to happen. I hope that's how it happens because I actually want to see like where this goes.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they got Braun coming back, I'd have to imagine that he wins with
Yeah,
probably the help of the Vision to some capacity.
yeah.
And
yeah.
Seth's many masked men won't be enough for the pressure.
The pressure,
Yeah.
applying pressure. What was that T-shirt? I saw a T-shirt on Twitter. It was pretty far. It was pretty funny.
And then when
I'll
he
put it on
was
the
like,
screen.
I have a theory, like, brother.
Oh man,
And I
the
was a big
pressure.
theory defender, bro. Yeah.
Theory's
The
cool.
pre- I don't know. I
Now,
can't defend this anymore. It's the depression now. That's me.
the pressure.
I
You
think
enjoying
he's
the
still
show?
tough. He's still tough to me.
It's a new era.
Are you ready?
Dude, one of the times when he said it was a new era and all that happened was that Logan Paul went full time. And I was like, brother, what?
It's a new era.
Yo,
It's
shout
a
out
new
Logan
They
Paul
said
era.
that
though,
like
bro.
20 times now. The
Shout out Logan
Renaissance
Paul though.
era.
I will not take any Logan Paul slander. That dude's low
Bro,
key.
if Logan Paul gets the frog splash, Tom Brady at Mania, every negative thing I said about Logan Paul, I'll take it back.
I hope I hope Tom Brady does take a bump.
I
Bro,
hope so. He's not doing that shit though.
top rope
There's
tombstone.
no amount of money or anything they could
The
have
Penta
done to pay
driver.
that dude.
make
Yeah, right?
him make him take
The
a
Mexican
Canadian
destroyer.
destroyer.
Let him take the
He
Mexican
said,
destroyer. That's actually more unsafe than the Penta driver. So we can do the destroyer.
So this also kind of ties in to Goose's green about the Usos losing the tag belts. Is that 2 of the last 3 weeks on Raw on that main event segment, the Usos to some extent have been involved in the build of Punk and Roman. Do we think that they will one get involved in the actual match because we already know it's in the build up in the match itself, and two, will that be the deciding factor on who wins? the involvement of either one or both of the Usos. Ooh. So
Yeet. Yeet. Day one ish. I think
I
so. I hope so. Honestly, because I like this new Jay. I low
yeah
key want him to be a heel
yeah
because I feel
I
like
feel
it's
it.
so much more natural and enjoyable. I kind of like how like Roman listened to him though. Like, because usually Roman's just like, yeah, shut up. Like, he's like a puppy, like a chihuahua barking. But he's
Yeah.
like, get a moose, get a moose. And Roman proceeded to snatch CM Punk's soul out of his body. So I like it. I hope that they do get
Pause.
involved. I feel,
Resume.
yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Resume.
Yeah, pause, pause,
No,
pause.
resume.
Anyways, um, I feel like they do get involved, but I don't want to see just like the bloodline again. I hope they do it in a more interesting way. Maybe CM Punk does convert them. They fuck Roman over.
And they super kick Roman.
Yeah, maybe. Because I feel like I don't know. As cool as the bloodline is, like that was like for the 4 years, the last 4 years before like this last year. So I don't know. I hope they do get incorporated into the match somehow. I just hope it's not the most predictable thing ever, or the most predictable thing in all of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Trying to think here. I mean, I feel like you said a lot of my thoughts. I just, I have an ulterior thought here, and I think, what if, what if Jay, trying to take the lead and help Roman more than he needs to be helping Roman, ends up ruining the match for Roman, and then they have a falling out. But this is Crash Out Jay versus Roman Reigns, and the whole big thing leading up to SummerSlam is Roman saying he's better than Jay. I've always been better than you. I'm this, I'm that. And Jay says, "You've never been anything without me," on some Jordan and Pippen type of stuff. When I
That'd be
wasn't
pretty
playing,
cool.
you
I
didn't
like
win
that.
anything. You are not better than me. You had me. You never had my back. And then they go in like that. Like I can see that becoming a pretty crazy feud. And Jimmy don't know where to pick sides, but he obviously picks the side of his brother, and they end up showing Roman that he needs them as much as he thinks that they need him. And I think showing that and putting that nuance inside of the bloodline um kind of lowers who Roman is a little bit, but I think it raises the Usos in the stratosphere that they need to be in because I feel like they kind of get dogged. I feel like they're not as good as they are. They don't really get that type of love anymore, and I think that they deserve it. And they're an integral reason as to why Roman had what he had. If he didn't have them, you know how many times he would have lost, even to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah. He would not
That's
have that title reign for sure.
right. So that's what I
I
thought
like
of
that.
as you were talking. That came to my mind. What if they go that
I
route?
like that.
I hope WWE sees this, and I hope they pay me for this.
I
Bro,
like that.
back to
But
back
it's
weeks. Chris is cooked, bro. Chris is
right.
cooked.
It's too bad though because they already gave me the booking and Finn Balor and Roman Reigns are headlining SummerSlam and the
Goose's
Demon's coming out.
Greens
So
and Chris's
unfortunately, while that is a really good idea, it's not gonna happen. So it's all good.
facts. But that'd be me if I was running my own wrestling promotion. If I was in WWE, that's a crazy angle. That is a crazy angle.
That is. I like it. I like it a lot. Like a lot, a lot. I actually hope that that's what happens.
Me too.
And
But if I thought of it, how many other people have? Maybe that's the direction they're not going to go in.
You'd be
no,
surprised.
yeah, I think that's pretty cool because an integral part of the tribal chief character is his, I mean, he's a chief, he has a tribe. It is the family, how he manipulates them and stuff, but that he can't do it alone. And maybe this will be a time where he fully, if this loss and everything, he can come to terms with it, and if that changes him in his rather narcissistic ways, you know.
Do you think they take Roman out of the title picture long enough to do something like that though?
Yeah, he
'Cause
doesn't he's
he's
part
been out of the
title.
title picture for like over a year now.
Well, he's in it at WrestleMania. That's going to be another.
If an if an angle like that were to happen, then yeah, I guess it would naturally the feud would be familial, like it wouldn't be for the belt at that point.
Or maybe he still wins the belt, but Jay tries to screw him or something.
How long do we
Yeah.
think Punk continues to hold the belt, though? I keep seeing stuff online about him wanting to take a break because he's been wrestling every night, every week for a while. And
Yeah.
so maybe he beats Roman, but then what happens? Does he lose to Finn Balor randomly somehow? Like, how does that whole thing go? Because I believe Punk probably does want to break low key.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm of the mind that Roman's winning at Mania.
Me
So
too.
So maybe he'll be transitional like your boy.
I think he's chill, 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 chill,
That's a Drew
chill,
McIntyre thing,
chill,
bro.
chill,
Can't
chill.
take that away from him.
Chill. I mean, I think Punk's earned the right for it to transcend just being transitional. I mean, that was in the fall, right?
Nah, actually, it was Loki a while ago. It was
Yeah,
what?
when he beat Jay, like what was that? Oh, that was like a
WrestlePalooza?
Saturday. I think it was a Saturday main event.
Was it? I swear this was like
I think it
October though.
was. Yeah, I think it
It's
was in
been
the
a
fall.
minute.
Like
He
it's
says
been a
It's
it's
more
minute,
than transitional at
and
this
he's had
point. Like
a
he's had it for
decent
a minute.
amount of defenses.
Yeah.
so. How does Punk lose that Mania? Do we think? Do you? I mean, I know we kind of were just kind of discussing, but I'm just saying, like, just going back to it, even from you, Donnie, like. Now that we've kind of discussed all scenarios, do we see Punk losing that match clean? I feel like I can't. I feel like that's disrespectful. Like after all this back and forth, you can't call a dude's dad out like that and then get put on your back for three, bro. Especially in the most hideous way, which is you just losing straight up with no help. Like that's
Um,
disrespectful.
I mean, you know, WWE's, which is actually maybe not for this example, but I do want to have a later discussion in a future episode about how I don't like how adverse WWE is to the idea of clean finishes. I think in a perfect world, a clean finish should not be this end of the world thing. I think most matches should end cleanly. But for
I
this,
agree. I
I
agree.
mean, it's Tribal Chief Roman, so some bullshit's gonna happen. And I do like what you were saying earlier. I think that's more interesting if it ends up costing him. But I do think it'll end up being something like Bloodline rules, and then Roman ends up winning.
And Triple H
So
comes on Raw and says, "Welcome to a new era."
yeah, and then
Error.
Roman cuts a promo the Raw after Mania, and then we like never see him again. But
Yeah,
No,
yikes.
then the
with his
final
son
boss comes
bothering
out.
his
The
kids all
final
holding the
boss
belt on
comes out,
Instagram.
bro.
Yeah, he has the fucking like. All
Yeah.
right, bro.
Then The Rock comes
All
out,
right, bro.
hits his little, and then disappears again for over a year
Yeah.
because he likes to do that a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
I can see
A
that.
lot. Enough to ruin a farewell tour. That's how much he likes to do it.
Some might
Anyways,
say. Some might
anyways,
say. Anyways.
anyways. Shout out to The Rock,
Anyways.
bro. Shout out to Dwayne.
Facts. Yo, what if we see The Rock versus Trick Williams at Mania? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. That'd be nuts.
Nah, get
Nah,
Rocky out of here, bro. Get the
I mean,
geezer out.
Trick's gonna be busy packing up Sammy.
He will pack up
That's
Sam.
true.
Oh, yo, we should actually. I actually have a question. Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what's up?
Can we talk about how were we all paying attention to Sami Zayn's development on SmackDown here? How he's been saying he wanted to be a good guy for so long and he felt like that was the right thing to do, but he keeps seeing and he actually admires Randy Orton for doing what he had to do to get the belt because doing things the kind way does not seem to work anymore. It seems like Sami Zayn is kind of coming up on a heel turn. If he turns heel on Trick
Definitely.
Williams, that will go crazy because we haven't seen that, have we?
What?
A heel
Heel
Sami
Sammy.
Zayn, really?
He used to be a heel back
I
in the
mean, he
day,
was a
right?
heel with the bloodline, and then before that with his like conspiracy theorist like kind of stuff.
I mean,
But
yeah, but I wouldn't even kind of,
but it was always more of like a jokey
yeah,
heel.
like,
If he
Yeah.
actually was on some like heel ass shit, that'd be
I
pretty
think that'd be cool.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
where he's just
Yeah.
agree.
like desperate. He's like, I gotta win this title. I'm tired of
Facts.
getting packed up every time I get a chance because I suck. It's time to
My
bring out the
kid
big guy.
my kid
Exactly. Maybe
asking me if
he
I've
wins.
ever won the big one, you know.
Chris cooking
Yeah,
here. Chris is gonna cook with this. I think Sami Zayn wins the Money in the Bank and he cashes in on someone that wins the chip in front of his kid.
that'd be pretty cool.
I I think he is definitely world title bound. It's just a matter of how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I just, I
Yeah.
because these feuds that are happening right now are still relatively fresh, and I think they'll
Yeah,
last a
we're too
while. So
far.
I don't know like how anybody besides the four people right now are gonna like fit into that title picture for at least the
Well,
next few
yeah.
months.
No one's
Especially
going
with
for
him on
Randy.
SmackDown. Randy Cody, that's gonna be I mean, that's like trilogy potential.
He's gonna hold
Yeah,
that belt till he retires. He's the champion. When you think of building a WWE superstar from the ground up,
here comes a
think of
glaze,
Randy
bro.
Orton.
But
Here
then
it
who's
comes,
who,
bro.
but then who's gonna retire him?
No one. He's gonna just vacate the belt.
No, no, no,
The
no.
ring
Who? The ring
general.
around.
Nah, Gunther
Gunther.
Gunther's
Send his
gonna have a
ass.
match at Mania. He's not gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
give
he's
up
actually about
on
to miss the
Randy.
card, bro. I'm so sick.
Yeah,
This
it's gonna
dude has
He's
been in
the card up. Randy
30.
Orton should never lose to that. I'd rather him lose to Cody, but like I said, Randy Orton's too good. He's just getting to his prime Goldberg era. Okay. Randy is going to
Prime
win
Goldberg.
all the
Yeah,
belts.
when exactly was that?
Just when he
Prime
went undefeated
Goldberg.
for like 43 years. And Randy Orton's gonna do that on his way out. And I don't know, I feel like
I really hope not.
that's not really a big
God, I
debate,
hope
I
not.
feel like though. I feel like that's obvious that Randy
God, I
Orton's
hope
not
not.
losing again. So
Bro, Gunther's beaten Randy twice already. Randy's never beaten Gunther. That's
yeah, but
actually
that's just
it's
because
happened.
Because Randy was being
Clean
nice.
sweep.
If Gunther went against Randy, the Randy that we're seeing now, he's not even gonna know what to do with that. Okay.
Bro.
Randy
Clean
Orton got
sweep.
jungle fever now. When you go black, you never go back. He ain't never gonna see that. He Randy Orton's gonna freaking destroy
All
him.
right. All right. I guess
Who's
that's
this?
where we're going with this. Yeah.
Who's this?
What's up with this guy?
Who's this? Get a load of this guy.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Whew.
god.
Is it hot in here?
Gunther ain't
Oh
got
my
it. If
goodness.
CM Punk beat Gunther, Randy Orton could beat Gunther because Randy Orton would destroy CM Punk in almost every
But
scenario.
CM Punk, oh my god, don't get me into. Listen, I said on the first episode, growing up, CM Punk was my favorite wrestler, and he's still one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This dude, this dude's power level is way too fucking high, bro. The shit that he kicks out of, the shit that he does, bro, is actually ridiculous. To like be just like this middle age, like mid physique man, bro.
Past middle age,
Bro, it's
bro.
freaking
It's
Eli
like
Manning,
it's
bro.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
It's
nah,
actually
for real.
ridiculous. And like
Dude's
him
a
kicking
demon.
out of like super stomps and like all that. It's ridiculous. That's I guess another subject for another day. You know,
Super Punk, Super Punk.
Goose has been labeled the hater on the pod. We've already touched a few topics that once I really get into it, like I'm about to be going off. Like actually,
I like Super Punk though. They got a Super Punk is tough.
bro, bro. He wasn't even doing this in 2011, bro. The stuff
Yeah,
this, this
I
it's
mean,
it's
good to hate, bro.
he
It's
was
good to
fighting
hate.
Brock and he was fighting The Rock, man. He definitely had to be doing a little bit of that.
and he got packed up by both of them, bro. Whether that was the right decision or not, we can discuss. But he lost to both of them.
He
But
did.
speaking of Brock, speaking of he shall not be named. Oba, 2 straight weeks has gotten the best of Brock, doing things that are pretty freaking impressive, things that we really haven't seen anyone really do to Brock, or at least in a while. Does this make you more confident or more concerned about Oba's chances of winning? The fact that he keeps getting over on old Lesnar. I'm
Big
getting
thumbs
nervous.
down, bro.
I'm getting
He is
nervous, man.
100% losing, bro.
I'm getting
100%.
nervous.
Brock, they're not gonna ever bury Brock like that. Never. And he's been getting bitched the past 2 weeks. Like, dude, that clothesline out of the ring was nuts. Like, he fell out like a little kid, bro.
Yeah.
That was
You're wrong,
wild.
Goose.
No, no,
You're
bro. Did
wrong.
you guys catch what he was like when he was walking away too?
Yes, I'm gonna
He's
tell you
like,
why you're wrong,
you're,
Goose.
he's
I'm gonna
like,
tell you why you're
you're lucky I'm not in there, boy.
wrong. Mad racist.
Yeah, she was hilarious, bro. Did you guys catch that? He said that. I was like, yo, what?
Dude, this dude is I
Dude, I
can't believe
didn't
this
I didn't
dude
want
has
to
a
be
job,
offended.
bro.
I was like,
I can't believe he has a job, bro.
No, what did he
maybe
say?
he
I need
says
to
that to
find that,
everyone.
bro. Dude, that show
Maybe he
is
said
so
to
funny. Bro, that was hilarious. I need to find that.
You ain't that lucky, boy!
Go
But
ahead,
Goose,
Chris. Whatever you're about to say,
yeah,
I
Chris,
need to
yeah.
kind I
Look,
need
see,
to
No,
because
no,
find
no.
that.
you differed.
I was just saying you're wrong, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. I know last week I said something different. We happen to switch places. I understand, but I think now I've been convinced through social media. I've been biased, and I think Femi's gonna run through him like them folks on OnlyFans. You ever see the joint of the shorty that had like 1,000 bodies in the day
Yo,
and
what
then
is this
became
guy
Bonnie?
on, bro? What is he on today?
You're saying Brock? Wait, is Brock Bonnie Blue or is Oba Bonnie Blue in this scenario?
Nah, it's Brock.
Yikes.
He getting ran through in seconds, bro. I think there's a squash match, and I think Oba squashes him. I'm gonna tell you why. WWE's been in for just somebody surprising you, and Oba's surprised Brock. I think Brock just simply gets overpowered and shown that he's not him anymore. And I think this is the start of the decline of Brock Lesnar. He looks like a beast to civilians, but he's like 50. And he literally said on a podcast today that he's only back for a short time to feed his kids. Homeboy probably wants to lose and go home. He don't care.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there's no way they pack him up like that,
I think
bro.
they're packing him up like a sardine. I think they're
No
packing him up and they're
way.
rolling him up.
Bro, this dude is like one of the most protected wrestlers in WWE history, bro. Like,
Oba's turning Brock Lesnar into a black and mild, bro. Okay.
bro, no way,
It's-
What?
bro.
After he
No
packed
way.
Cena up, wasted one of his final matches, they're just
Yep.
gonna have him the very next singles match. He's just
This
gonna
is
lose in a few minutes.
this is literally
Nah,
Godzilla versus
bro.
King Kong, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, I want Oba to win, and I think a squash match when done well would be like perfect for a scenario like this. It's just even at 50 years old and with all the it's still I don't know, it's still Brock Lesnar, man. And WWE has the eternal hard on for Brock Lesnar.
Always
Oh,
infinite
It gets me
stiffy.
scared. It
have
gets
an
me
infinite
so
stiffy
scared.
for Oba now.
They
It won't be as
definitely
stiff as it is for Brock,
Bro, they
bro.
let him pose before and after the match. You ever see somebody damn pose with a freaking damn one single
that's
eye with
what's
a yard?
scaring me. If he just like dogs him every week for the next month, like there's no way he's just gonna do it at Mania. That's just bad entertainment. That's bad storytelling at that point. So until Brock starts getting a one up every once in a while, I'm with Goose. I'm pretty scared about his
He's got
chance.
to get his lick in, or if he gets on MSG, if he gets like bitched around again, bro, it's done. It's done. He's not. There's
Bro,
no way he goes out like that.
Yeah.
There's no, no, no,
Especially
no,
because
no way.
SummerSlam's in Minneapolis, that probably will be his actual retirement match. There's
Yeah.
no way he's gonna get kicked around like a can for a
Yeah,
month and a
no way.
half, lose at Mania, and then lose again at SummerSlam.
Yeah, no way. No way. Yeah, I think I found the clip. Hold on. I need to play this shit, bro. This shit is so funny.
bro, you think the ruler is gonna get conquered at Mania?
What did
He
you
goes,
say?
you ain't that lucky, boy.
You
I'll
ain't
play.
that
Don't worry.
lucky boy.
I'll put the clip. I'll put the clip in the
'Cause-
podcast. But that shit is
Yeah.
so funny,
Dude,
bro.
that was crazy.
That is, I mean, that's that rural Minnesotian coming out of him, whatever you
You
want to
ain't
say.
that lucky, boy.
Nah, but for real, like imagine saying that your girl is Brock Lesnar's daughter. Like just say like just knowing that you have to go shake Brock Lesnar's hand, like you gotta ask him to take now you gotta be a tough dude. I respect that. That's probably all they're looking for, but that's crazy. Like
No,
Brock
no,
will,
no, no, no.
oh
Yeah,
my
no.
God. Brock
That's
will
bad.
destroy you. Brock will destroy
That's
like you
bad,
genuinely
bad, bad.
scared of the dude, probably all stages of life. It don't matter how
Yeah.
big, how small. If she says
On
I'm
your
calling my
best
dad,
behavior,
like you
bro.
might as well.
On your best behavior, bro. Hell no. That is
Imagine
terrible.
getting F5'd in your prom tux, bro. Like, that'd be so crazy.
You just know he could like destroy you in seconds. Like I don't
Picking
know.
off picking off wood chippings from his table, like out of your neck after he just F5s you through his
But
fucking thing.
imagine that, like,
He'll just build a new one.
if he pulls up on you, bro, grabs you like this, like, did you cheat on my daughter? Like, bro, it's over, bro.
Come here, boy. Did you cheat on my daughter, boy?
Bro, it's
Jesus
this.
Christ.
You just gotta start praying, dog. You better pray that you just don't feel anything as soon as possible, because that's just even if you're as big as him, you probably can't fight like him, bro.
No,
Yeah,
you're getting, you want to talk about getting packed up? You are getting put in a pack.
he's as legitimate as you can get, which is
100%.
why they have such a hard on for him, because he's
Yeah,
just a very legitimate threat.
yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
To tie it all back together to one of the main event topics, we all agreed that at least to some extent, the undercard could be serviced more. What do you guys think is a wrestler or angle, so it could be plural for the wrestlers, that you feel deserves more love, more attention? Maybe if you're on the fence, if it ends up on a Mania card, that it should. Mine for me, I will go first on this one. Mine for me, even though he does wrestle pretty much every week, I think that Mello has to be on the Mania card. I don't know how he didn't even make any of the 30 Rumble spots. That was some Triple K shit. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't make
Oh yeah.
Mania last year. He needs to be on the card. Give me a 2 out of 3 falls, like a classic NXT Black and Gold. Him versus Ilya. You could do a multi-man ladder thing that could work as well. I think just him, Ilya, and Iron Man, or 2 out of 3 falls. Have a heel turn either a bit before or right after, something like that to play into the, like Goose was saying, to have add more, dynamics to the feud there. That would be mine. And planking Johnny Gargano. That shit is lit. I'm a fan of
I like
planking
that one. I
Gargano.
like that one a lot. I 100% like that. I was gonna probably say something similar. But I got a few other people that I just got to shout out. First, the El Grande Americano thing. That whole feud, I like it a lot. I think it's good, yeah. And I think it's going to end good because they need to get Chad Gable out of that mask and actually
Please.
like make him he needs to be a threat because he is super good at what he does. So, I think that one. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I don't think that's really a question. I feel like that has to be on the card. That's probably one of my locks to be on the card in terms of undercard man or whatever mid card. Um, but that's one. And second one, I wouldn't really say like this guy's crazy or anything, but shout out to Grayson Waller, bro. That match with
I
Javon
fucking
Evans,
baller, bro.
he was doing really well in that match, bro. Like he was showing me something. I haven't seen him wrestle in like I, I don't even remember, but he looked a little different out there on Monday. So shout out to him. If he can keep doing that, he needs to get out of this whole New Day thing. Because if he's moving like that in the ring, he needs to see some more opportunities, bro. That was really good. Given it was with Javon Evans, who makes everything a lot better. But shout out to Grayson Waller, bro. Shout out to that guy.
Facts. And I guess from here, mine are definitely completely different than y'all's. I was gonna say Chad Gable, you took one from me, so I had to think of another. I think the first person is Ray Phoenix. I think Ray Phoenix deserves a lot more love than he gets. I feel like he's borderline kind of jobber. I mean, he's wrestling, you're gonna see cool moves, but he's just gonna lose. And I think that he's better in ring. I'd say he's more elegant in ring than what Penta is. Everyone loves Penta. I know he's cool with the kids. I know we don't care about the kids on this podcast though, but you know,
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. That's right.
but uh but Ray Phoenix is dope. Like I love his theme, I like his character, I love his move set. And I think wrestlers like that deserve to be put in a higher tier. He's up there with Penta. He should be fighting for the United States champion. He could probably win it. I think he'd be a beautiful United States champion. He could wrestle anybody. Um, and then
Yep.
secondly, I think that Kofi Kingston needs more love. I remember Kofi Kingston when he was Jamaican, okay?
Yeah.
And that Kofi, he was tough. I boom, boom, boom. Like he had the most fire
Yeah.
moveset. This goes back to when we said we cared about mid-card people. He could have been in the upper card.
Yeah.
He should have been, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, your goat ruined that, bro. Fuck Randy Orton.
But
Your goat like actually ruined his life, bro.
he did. He did.
Yeah, he actually did.
Kofi became
Fucked up.
WWE champion, which I'm happy about. Should have been more. But yeah, watch some Kofi matches. Anyone who's watching this, go back and watch a Kofi match from like 2008 and beyond. He's a beautiful wrestler. He has a beautiful move set, and he deserves to be more than what he is. And I hope that him and Javon get into something and Javon joins him, even if it's heel. I think that'd be amazing. But Kofi can do a lot, and I think he deserves to do more. He needs to leave the New Day, and he needs to go back to his old theme song, SOS. And I think we need
I
that.
like that. I
Bro,
like that.
if he brought the accent back,
Bro, that would be
that'd be
so
so
funny.
crazy.
That would
That'd be
be
so crazy.
hilarious. That would be
I
some
know how that
Triple
can
K
happen.
shit, bro.
Randy Orton comes back and puts him in that chair spot, knocks him aside the head, and he forgets who he is. He remembers who he
Gets
was.
loopy.
You hear SOS. I heard him crying. Bro, he's gonna come back.
As a kid too, that was another one of those themes where I'm like, bro, like Kofi's singing the hell out of this theme.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this guy's really talented. I still believe that Randy Orton sang that theme. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that for the longest time. Still low-key do.
I think those are some ball knower answers right there. Especially y'all about to find out. I'm a chatty daddy for sure. For sure.
Hell yeah,
All right.
well deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Less than a
So
minute.
if anyone, unless anyone has anything else to say, I think that was another amazing episode here on the No Rope Break podcast. Catch us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And so much more content to go. Episodes every week, plethora of short form content sprinkling through in between. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your week and have a nice rest of your day.
Jade Cargill sucks.